And Shalom, Yahweh Shabbat to my brothers, Shalom Yahweh Shamar. I'm talking about Shalom to all my sisters, I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis, with the Feast of Tabernacles. Today is the opening, which is the opening or the beginning of the Feast of Tabernacles. It's October 12th. October 20th is going to be the closing. Okay? I'll discuss the closing a little bit after today. All right? So today we are going to get into the history and the meat of what the Feast of Tabernacles is all about. I'm sure everybody's been wondering what the hell is this day about, right? See what I'm saying? I'll get to the bottom of it once we get to the class portion of it. Okay? But today, of course, we want to get into the scriptures and the Tanakh and to the King James Version Bible. All right? Now also, if anybody, after the prayers, you guys can be seated. Okay? So now the east is this way. So you go ahead and grab the horn. We're gonna get started. Now it should be right. Okay. It's right. They got some lungs. No sweat. We're gonna go ahead and get into the prayers, man. Okay. Go ahead. Now everybody just face this way to the east. Hey, and make sure every sister's head is covered as well. Yeah, I want to make sure every sister's head is covered. Okay. All right. It's lucky. All right, go ahead.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw, Sabashamai, Kudah, I.S.U.P.K, Yahweh, Malawaka, Dawala, Razatika, Haya, I.S.H.A.P.K, Baratiza, Kawa,
and everybody else repeats as well.
Haya, Bashamai, Nathan, Lanawa, Lanaw, Lakum, Call, Yawa, Wasalaki now, Wabawati now, Kasalaki now, Wabawati now, Wala'a, Wabawai now, Banasai one, above, Hawashinawa, Hawashai now, Mayan, Rod, Kaya, Lakai, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Watapara, Wa'anawa, Aman.
The Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come. That will be done. On earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not to temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Amen.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.H.A.P.K, Ayami, Aharian, Mayan, Abba, Arak, Azarian, Mayan, Yahweh, Ashar, Shimeon, Aratiza, Samai, Aratiza, Ayatan, Amalak, Lamuwat, Lagar, I.S.U.P.K. Shamarka. YAHANNA. La'ah. YAHANNA. Wala'ah. YAHANNA. SHALAM. YAHANNA. YAHWEH. YAHANNA. Yahweh. Tazalaka. I.S.U.P.K. Yamyamka. YAHANNA. Hashemat. La'ah. Lakalka. YAHWEH. By your liar.
That's it, by a liar.
Yahweh. Yashamarka. Rakarai. Yashamar. Athan Napaska. Yahweh. Yashamar. Tazaaka. Wabawakia. Mata. Why I warm you? Why I warm you? Why I would love you?
Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up mine eyes.
I will lift up my eyes
unto the hill. From which cometh my help?
From which comes my help?
My help comes from the Lord.
My help comes from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
You
will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
You will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold. He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Neither slumber nor sleep.
Neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forward.
This time forth.
Even forevermore.
Even forevermore. Hakah, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. By Hashem. Yahweh Shah. Nathaniel now. Hakah. Kamakiala. Makal Madawa. Hakah. At the heart. Had Matazari. Hakah. Lahakim. Matthew. Hakah. Al-Rakathra. Hatama'ala. Lagashi. Hashem. Yahweh Shah. The one. Aman.
The power in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The name of Yahweh Shah. Please give us the power. Power to heal all manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the leper.
Power to cleanse the leper.
Power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
Power to keep unclean spirits.
Power to keep unclean spirits.
Cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shah.
Cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So be it. Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. By Hashem. Yahweh Shah. Rock it down. Why Yasha'ala? Wahabarat. Sapari. Barat. Rapah. Agun. Say the names of loved ones once, and everyone repeats once. The generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, the women, the children, all of Israel, Ba'ashem Yahusha.
Everybody else just go real quick. Y'all what? All right, no sweat.
Ba'ashem Yahusha.
Let me go. Select. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yahusha.
Yahusha.
The angel.
The angel.
The general.
The general.
The captain.
Captain.
The officer.
The officer.
The trooper.
Trooper.
The student.
Student.
The sister.
Sister.
The children.
Children.
All of Israel.
All of Israel. Ba'ashem Yahusha. The word on month.
Bless Israel in English. What we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahawashi.
Lord, in the name of Yahusha.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless us in Israel.
In the school.
In the school.
Bless He'll shield protect.
Bless He'll shield protect.
Loved ones.
Loved ones.
In the name of Yahawashi.
In the name of Yahawashi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
Psalms 183 in the Hebrew. Aleharium.
Alahayim.
Alahayim. Al Damaya. Lakan. Al Thakarat. Wa al Thakarat. Wa al Thakarat. Oh. YAHANNA. Kaya Naha. Kaya Naha. Hawabika. Yaham Yahwan. Yahama Yawan. Ra'ash. Al Makkah. Yara Sawada. Wayatha. Yatazaru. Oh. Tazapamaka. Amira. Lakawi. Wayakab Yadam. Lagowa. Wala. That's a czar. That's a car. Shambarat. Sham Yasha'ala. Awada. Kaya. You're not. No. Why Tazawad?
No, why Tazawad?
That's a rock.
No. Why Tazawad? The bar. Yakawa. Alaka. Baya. Yakaraka. Ahoya. Adawan. Wayasamai. All you're young. Waba Abba. Wagariyam. Gabab. Wayayim. Wa'amalat. Balasata. Palasha. I'm Yashabaya. That's a war. Gom Yasha war. Nalawa. Aman. Yawa. Hawa. Zawar. Zawad. Labanya Lawat. Salat. Ashad Lamont. Ashad Laham. Kamadium. Kasaya Sharat. Yahweh. Hayawa. The month. La Adama. Shayat the what? Your Marwa. Karat. Ashar. Amara. Lawasha. Nalawa. Lawa. All Lahari. Alahari.
Okay, no sweat. So like you. Don't shake it now. You're right. Okay.
Alahari. Shayat the what? Kagoya. Kukwash. Lapunya. Yapunya Rarakwa. Tabernacle. Messiah Rakat. Wabasa. Wapaka. Tabahaya. Mala'a. Hayaham. Palawan. Wala Bakwash.
Waya.
Wala Bakwashwa. Tamarka.
No.
Shimka. Yahweh. Yabashwa. Bahoya.
No. Waya,
Ba'al.
Waya,
Ba'al. Ayah.
It's like everybody, ayah.
Wala Kapar. Wala Abodwa. Wala Dawa. Kaya Ata. Shamka. Yahweh. Labaka. Ayawan. Al-Kahar. Barakazah.
It's space apart for a reason. Everybody, repeat after me. Al.
Kahar.
One. That's right. Al.
Barakazah. Alcohol. Aratazah.
There you go. Everybody, it's like some con, you say Shamarka, it'll be a hard con, but it's somewhere over there. Psalms 8, Psalms 8:3 in the English. Keep not thy silence. Oh God. Hold not thy peace. Be not still. Oh God. For lo. Thy enemies make a tumult. They that hate thee. And lift up the head. And seek it crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consult against thy hidden ones. They have said.
Come.
Let us cut them off from being a nation.
Let us cut them off of being a nation.
And the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
The name of Israel be no more remembrance.
For they have been sung together with one consent.
They have
Come together with one consent.
They have converted against thee.
They are converted against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The Ishmaelites.
The Israelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
The Garians.
Garians.
The Baal.
The Baal.
Ammon.
Ammon.
Amalek.
Amalek.
The Philistines inhabitants of Tyre.
The Philistines are having Tyre.
Asher is also joined with them.
Asher is also joined with them.
They have opened the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
At the Sisera.
At the Sisera.
At the Japan.
At the Japan.
At the brook of Kissar.
At the brook of Kissar.
Which spirits they endure.
Which spirits they endure.
It became as dung for the earth.
Yes, came to dust the earth.
And the moon was like ore.
If the Lord was like forth.
Like thee.
Like thee.
Yea.
Yea.
All the princes as the fire.
All the princes as the fire.
As the moon.
Zamuna.
Who said, let's take to ourselves.
Let's take to ourselves
The house of God in possession.
the house of God in possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
At the stubble before the wind.
And a stubble for the wind.
Fire burneth the wood.
Fire upon the wood.
And the flames set the mountains on fire.
And the
Fire set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
Make them afraid with thy sword.
Make them afraid with thy storm.
Through the faces with shame.
With the faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Lord.
O Lord.
Let it be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble.
In trouble.
Forever.
Forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
Perish.
Perish.
That men may know that thou.
That men that know it thou.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
The name is known as Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Are the most high.
Of all the earth.
Of all the earth.
Clap it up, man. All right, everybody may be seated. I'm going to go ahead and read the Tanakh, 7 verses. All right? It's a lot. Yeah. All right? Yeah, everybody may be seated. Done. Grab your chair. Slug, any more chairs up here?
So.
We still might need that for the Tanakh. Okay, that's right. Y'all good over there? Okay. Huh? Yeah, come. That's right. All right. So the first priest, which is going to be YAHANNA. See what YAHANNA is that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all want to go ahead and drink up? Go ahead. I'm 12, yeah. I don't care about the drinking water right now.
You want to wait?
That's right.
One, just in tomorrow.
Yeah, come on. No, just lay down. That's for you.
Yeah, SHALAM.
Like one, you said Leviticus what?
Leviticus 23 and 34. Hey. Grab him. You don't want that on the table. Because it's computer. Come. This way. Yeah, come. This way. Come. Whoa, man. Yeah, come. All right, maybe sit. Is that one? Oh, right.
So is this like the first verse or the first way?
Oh, no, it's like you see right here.
So that's 35. So 34 starting down here.
Yeah, it does.
This one here.
It does. Yeah, 35. And then 36 is right here. 36 and 37. Come. I'm gonna sit this over there.
Ka. Mata. Ka Mataka.
It's going to be Leviticus 23 to 34.
Ashata. Yo, Wyma. Yo, Wyma. The car.
By the air conditioner. It's like I want you to go to his car. I want you to wear his war scarf. I don't want that. It's his car. You might roll away and show him where the car is. Two out. Yeah, I want this to be professional.
Why? Wama. Is in the back seat.
Yeah.
The car. The shot. The car. The shot. Asha. Baya. Asha. Baya. Aya. Hasha. Baya. Ah. Hazaya. To God. Asha. Asha. Bawa. Asha. Bawa. Asha. Bawayaka. Shabbat. Akah. Shabbat Akah. Your mind, your mind. Yaha. 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 Wow. Yaha. Walawa. The 35. But Yah. But Yah, your ma. Haka. Shah. Waka. Hashai Yawamaka.
Huh? It's all good. I'm going to contact you with that. So it's a class right there. 3 minutes away.
But why?
Yeah. It's fine. It's like,
McQuarrie is in there on the back seat.
this.
The work I know
He said it's in the back seat.
on there. McQuarrie, the high, McQuarrie the high. Quadash. But yeah, Malaha, Batah, Abba, the Ka, La'ah, Ka'ah, Shalah, verse 36. Shabbat, Aha, Lama, Lama. Hold on, that's not right. Lama. Kapah, the La, Bawat. Laha, Laha. Labama.
Say it one time.
Labama. Selected.
LeBom. I'm like, what the hell?
Select.
I thought you said Barack Obama. Select. Damn, huh?
LeBom. Is Zakai. Kodah. Lazam Kodah. Bakai. the Kadma. Asha, Ashikwa. La'a, Kala, La'a Kawa, La'a Kawa, Wa, ha, ha, La'a Kawa, ha. This is 36.
So we got, you know,
So,
just 17.
Tazar, Tazar al-Ka, Tazayaka. Kalaya. Bala. 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 Abba. Bala. Mala. Abba. Natha. Abba. Abba Natha. Abba Naka. La'a. Ka'a. Shawat. 37. Allah. Allah. Nawa. Wala'a. Bala. Wa'ala Bala. Laha. Wa. Wa'ala Ka. Wa'alaka. Yeah. Salah. Asha. The Asha. The Asha. Ashada. Wa. The Kwa. The A. Yeah. The Kwa. The Allah. Akwa. Aka the Ma. Makwa. The Makwa the Allah. Kodasha. Laha Kwa the Yala. Hashakwa. La'a Hala'ala. Ahala. Ahawa. Well, Wamana. Wamana. Kana. Kuka. Zabaka. Wana. Shabai. Wana Shabai. Yeah. Wana Shabai. Yama. The by the Mawat. But Yah was the Y, yeah, Maya. See? You said 38? 38, I said that. Give him a hand. Alright, so I'm gonna read 38 through verse 44, and then we're gonna go ahead against the English. Actually, matter of fact, let's go ahead and jump to the English real quick, and then I'll do 38 to 44. Alright, come. No, they didn't. Come. It's gonna be Leviticus 23 and 44. Come. Yep.
You got it already? Oh, yeah.
Actually, I was just glad about it. It's going to be Leviticus 23 and
34. Actually, matter of fact, Salaki.
Leviticus 23 and 34.
Yeah, come actually, one second. I might want you up here. That's how we usually do it. We got some time on our hands. Salaki, 1 second. Hey, Ebony. Salaki, you mind if I use that chair real quick? Salaki, if you don't mind. All right, just make some room. This way, yeah. Bring it over here. Yeah. So, Aaron, before you start to read, Salaki, you grab this from me. I just want you in the front real quick.
So you still need me up there?
Yeah, come on, this way. Come on, yeah. So I can stand up. I want you in the front real quick. Now, I want you right here. See what I'm saying? So this is usually how everything goes, right? The first priest and the second priest will call up somebody to read to the English or in Sanat. So it's very traditional. Back then, the mothers would teach the kids the Hebrew. And the children at a certain age would have to come up here and read into the ancient Hebrew or into English. So in this case right now, we all learning, we all studying Hebrew, we all studying English, stuff like that. I just want you to come up here to read. You know what I mean? So in that case, you see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So we're gonna have you just come up here. But before you do that, what is we have a registry. You know what the registry is?
YAHANNA.
No. Sathar, for example, Sathar Yahweh, Ban, Yahweh, Ban, Yahweh. You try to repeat it, right? So it's Yahweh. Right, so in this sense, he's a young man. So you just want to say Aaron, Ban, Yahweh, Ban, Yahweh.
That's how you introduce.
You want to have your hands like this. So Aaron, Ban, Yahweh, Ban, Yahweh. So let's say it together.
Aaron, Ban, Yahweh, Ban, Yahweh.
And that's how we usually do it for Sabbath service or any feast. So you may come up here. Can you read real quick? You know what I'm saying? You say too much space. Good? All right, now the brother's going to go ahead and read in English. Go ahead up.
Leviticus 23 and 24.
Leviticus 23, 34. I want you to read 7 verses all the way to what? 38? Go ahead, Lord.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 34. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of the 7th month shall be the feast of Tabernacle for 7 days unto the Lord. Verse 35. On the first day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 36. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you.
Stop right there. So the brother read about how there should be no servile work done. Understand that in this day and time that we are in slavery, of course, we are under captivity underneath our oppressors, which Edom, the Edomites. We may call the Europeans, the so-called, white man, things of that sort. We are under bondage and captivity underneath our oppressors. So of course, the servile work, we got to work a 9 to 5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In order to survive, pay our bills. We got car notes, we got children, we got all types of manner of work. So in this day and time, we have to work. See what I'm saying? But back then, when we was underneath the Levitical priesthood, we should not do no servile work. And what day should we not do the work? What? Go ahead, either one. On the Sabbath, okay. And also?
On the high holy days.
On the high holy days. So the Sabbath is the holy convocation, and the high holy days is the feast. See what I'm saying? Now understand that we have a holy convocation every Saturday.
Right.
Which is the Sabbath service.
But
the Sabbath really starts at Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. And we have Sabbath service on Sunday. Saturday. We only have it on Friday night if you have a lot of responsibilities going on Saturday. Some schools do that, if anybody does not know that. See what I'm saying? You have some schools that have camp on Friday and Saturday. Minnesota, because we just, we're still bringing up men, we just only do Saturday. But if we get a lot more men, we might just go on a Friday and Saturday. Like, we should be twin cities instead of just St. Paul. We can have camp in Minneapolis, at the same time as St. Paul is having camp as well. Now, in California, you have Northern California, they have camp at the same time as Southern California has camp. So, you know what I'm saying? That's one school. In California, they have two schools. You know what I'm saying? One in Northern California and one in Southern California. I'm talking about San Bernardino, Sacramento, Victorville, you know what I'm saying? Los Angeles and Hollywood. You know what I mean? Soon enough, Lord willing, that will be us. But right now, we in captivity. We got nothing but work to do. All right? So keep going on that. Good.
The 15th day of the 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord.
Now, a lot of people might ask, how come, these days don't line up to the days of today? Understand that we calculate our high holy days by the moon. The moon tells us the time. Back then, there was no such thing as watches. There wasn't no digital clocks. There wasn't cell phone. How someone knew about the time was by the sun. And you can measure the time by the sun. You know whether it's daytime, you know where it's nighttime, afternoon, evening, the morning time, right? You know what I'm saying? We had ways of technology. And it all had to be physical. We had some way of telling which day is this, which day is that. That's why if you think about it, how did Moses know that we had to go into the wilderness to serve the Most High for a certain time? When it came to our high holy day, it's because the Most High spoke with him. And he knew the time frame and the time period. Understand that Aaron was with him as well. Aaron knew as well. All right, keep going.
Verse 35. On the first day, on the first day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
You should do no what?
Ye shall do no servile work therein.
And we already talked about that, okay? So we are going to get off of that because Leviticus 23, 34 through 44. So we're going to start right there, all right? And we are going to get into the Tanakh. Again, I'm going to go into it. Huh? Yeah. Oh, you said 38? Oh, then yeah. Go ahead. Keep going. Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 36. 7 days shall be, 7 days shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you.
Now, all through Leviticus, the 23rd chapter is going to speak about other high holy days and other holy convocations. But the main focus is the Feast of Tabernacles. See what I'm saying? Every feast day, you will see Leviticus 23 as the main chapter that we are going to go into. Okay? But the main thing is the Feast of Tabernacles. Now, off the top of your head, does anybody know what the Feast of Tabernacles might be about?
I believe like the Feast of Tabernacles about is when we I believe we sleep in our tents and praise the Lord for all the things that He gave us. You know what I'm saying? It reminds us when we was in the wilderness. You know what I mean? So we don't sleep in our houses and everything that we have, but we go outside and sleep basically in the wilderness and thank you, you know what I'm saying, for what He gave us.
Now, exactly. So that's exactly what it is. A tabernacle is another fancy biblical word for house. Right now, we have homes, right? I'm sure everybody lives underneath a roof. You know what I'm saying? In this day and time, like back then, we lived in the wilderness. Understand that we left Egypt and we was in the wilderness, on our own. We didn't have no oppressors. We didn't have our own necessary place. If you see the Native Americans right now in South Minneapolis, you see that they have tents. That they have, tents or, little huts. That is their home. That is a tabernacle. That is something that they own, and that's something that they dwell in. It says Jacob was a what? A plain man? And Jacob was a plain man that dwelt in tents. Right now, in 2019, we have homes that's built with brick. You know what I'm saying? And what's that stuff they use?
Mortar.
Mortar. There you go. You see what I'm saying? Now we have solid foundation homes. You know what I'm saying? If you're homeless, you can still have a tent if you want to. Now, fake Israelites groups, they go out to the wilderness and grab tents and they buy tents and go out to the wilderness to actually sleep in the tent for the Feast of the Tabernacle, right? You don't have to do that. It's not an order. If you choose to do it, that's on you. It's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, you can do it. Otherwise, we have home right now. You have a place to stay, right? And you got a place to stay, right? I'm sure all of us got a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? So that's you know, this holiday, so like a high holy day, which is better than that. This high holy day is to remember what the Most High had gave us. Understand that the Most High provided for us in the wilderness. Does anybody know how was in the wilderness? Does anybody know how long we was in the wilderness?
40 years.
Say it again.
40 years.
Give them that. We was in here for 40 years. Remind you, we have to find our own food. We're on survival mode for everything. That had to find our own food, had to look for many resources to stay alive. You understand that Moses was the ruler. He was the leader. You know what I'm saying? He was the Lord over all of us. The word Lord is a title for authority or ruler. You know what I'm saying? That's why we call Yahweh our Lord. Because he's the ruler. He's the one that is authority over all of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Right now, Commander General YAHANNA is our Lord. Up until Yahweh comes back on the scene. You know what I mean? And Moses provided for us because of the Most High. If anybody's out there saying that the Most High ain't nothing, and they speaking a whole bunch of blasphemy and garbage about the Most High, understand that the Most High provides for his children. The Most High ain't no goddamn deadbeat, but his children can be deadbeat children. They can. They can be lawless and disobedient, and they can, you know, desire the things that men desire. They want Halloween, they want Christmas. But nobody thinks about what the Most High wants for us. As you see, we got beautiful children here. We got, you know, beautiful women. We got some brothers here. We are all coming together for one accord for the Most High. We ain't doing this for our own desire. We're doing it for the Lord's will, for our nation. That's what we're doing it for. All right? So is that it on that?
No.
Keep going up.
And ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Right. So now, what is that offering right now? The fire that's made by fire. What is the offering today? Go ahead, Sitar Yala.
You know, the food that the women are cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
The lamb, the chicken,
Come.
and everything else that's good is something good in the kitchen right now.
Damn right. See what I'm saying? Because this is in honor of what? Our God. Who is our power, Yahweh. This is made for him, nobody else. Understand that our God is a jealous God.
Right.
He would kill you if you serve another God.
Right.
It's like a woman finding out that you with another woman.
Right.
She would then kill you, give you hell. The Most High will give you hell if you desire to serve another God. Don't put yourself in that predicament. Don't make the Most High stretch forth his hand against you. This Feast of Tabernacles is more glorious than what you ever have celebrated at those funky ass barbecues and those disgusting holidays of men.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep going up.
It is a solemn assembly.
A what?
A solemn assembly.
Damn right. And that's a solemn assembly of the Most High. It's not going to be Amos 5 and 21, which is a solemn assembly of men. Because that's something that the Most High despises, according to the Bible. Keep going.
And ye shall do no servile work therein.
Right. Back then, we was not supposed to do no work, man. We were supposed to have a break. The Mexicans were supposed to have a break. Why is it that our Mexican brothers always work day and night, night and day? They don't get no goddamn break.
Right.
Now, Salaki, I'm gonna do that. I can't do that. I cannot do that at all. You know what I'm saying? They working 9 to 5. They working 25/8, not 24/7. They working 25/8. I can't do that. Goddamn. I'm gonna do that. I need to sit my ass down somewhere. After 8 hours. After a 10-hour shift.
Time.
You know what I'm saying? But in this hell, we work a 9 to 5. We work 9 to 5. But the Lord is allowing these high holy days to give us a break. All right? Keep going.
Verse 37. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. To the an offering made by fire unto the Lord, right? A burnt offering, and a meat offering, a sacrifice, and drink offering. Everything upon his day.
Now, this scripture explains everything that has happened today. You understand? I see you know. You know what I'm saying? That drink offering, man, we just saluted Israel.
That's right.
La Yashala, which means to Israel.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And we are cooking for our God. We ain't cooking for ourselves because we're hungry and shit. Has anybody ate earlier today?
No.
Yeah? You don't count. Salat. Salat. You know what I'm saying? I'd have had me another a day of atonement, goddamn. The only thing in my stomach is some goddamn strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing, man. Like us making this food for our God is amazing. We all came together for one purpose. Now, has anybody gotten into one fight yet? One goddamn argument. Every cookout, every barbecue outside the I.S.U.P.K, there's always some wickedness and evilness against each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And here we are going to respect each other.
Right.
We are going to show love to each other. And that is the brotherhood and sisterhood. And you better believe it, man. Keep going now.
Verse 38. Besides the Sabbaths of the Lord,
which are holy convocations. Keep going.
And besides your gifts, and beside all your vows,
right,
and beside all your free will offerings, which ye give unto the Lord. That's verse 38.
Stop right there. You fine. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read into the Tanakh. All right, I'm gonna read into verse 38 to verse 44. Okay.
All
right. Give me a second. I'll be lying to you if I told you I knew everything, all right?
Oh, no.
I don't know everything yet. Okay? You know what I'm saying?
Make me feel a little better.
Malapa, it's like verse 38. Malapa. Shabbat. Yahweh. Walabar. Manakah. Watabat. Watabam. Wamaba. So it's like it. Omala. Bada. Kala. Nadar. Yum. Slap it. Yadar. Yabum. Wamala. Same thing. Wamala. Bada. Kala. Nadar. Bawa. Yabum. Ashar. Kanawa. La Akawa. Verse 39. Apa. Become. Sata. Shaka. Salaki. Ashar. Yawam. Laka. Tasha. Ta. That's Shabaya. Yeah, that's Shabaya. This verse is long as hell, huh? Beside Payum, Aka, Kaba, yeah, Kabaya, Wa, Ka'ar, Kartazia, Ka, Kazawa, Aka, that's a, the God, Yahweh, Shabai, Shaya, Shabaya, Yum, Ba, Yum, Bayum. Oh yeah, Bayum. Right, Ka, Ka'ar, Shawa, Shabaka, Watiza, Slaki, Shabaka, Shabawaka, Waza, Shabawaka, yeah, Shabawaza, Shabu, Slaki, and Shabba, Kaza, Waba, Yuam. That's going to be Ka, Kasham, Yinawa. It's going to be Shah, Okawa. Verse 40. Wa, Alakwa, Kayam, Akayam, Ba'alam, Ka'ar, Shawar, Ka'arwa, Yatzah, Kadar, Kapat, the Aryan. It's gonna be wow. One a pop. No, one pop. That's one quad. Oh yeah, one pop. Atazah, Abazah, Wa'ar, Raya, Akala, Asham, Kayam, La Cornewa, no, La Corneya, Yahweh, Alaka, Yabam, Shah, Bayam, Yahweh. Verse 41. Okay. It's going to be Wa, Ka, Ga, Kam, Akawa, Kaza, Lahawa, Shabai, Shabaya, Yamaham, Bashai, Na, Baisha, Kwa, Island, alumni, like alumni. Ladar, Kabam, gonna be Kasai, Ka, Akawa, Sawa, huh?
It sound like the shell of sour.
No, Kasawa,
The sour.
Kasawa, yeah, Kasawa, just Kasai, Basayawa, Kasai Basayawa, the Ka, the Shah, the Kawa Shah, the Shari Allah, Shari Allah, Kala, Ka, like no, actually, Kala, Tata Art, in Rome, that's Shabbat. Damn, Shabbat, y'all.
Yeah.
Life's been a good minute, boy.
So,
It's been a good minute. Guess what? Kashabawa. It's like Kashabawa. It's gonna be Dar, the bum. Yada, Yadaiva. Lamawa. Verse 43. The Sawaka. Yashabawa. The Sharala. Aka, Banawa. Carbanawa. The Wa, Shanakaya. The Sai, the Wa. Kaya. Yahweh. Aniya. Mataza Aryan. It's like what about Mayar Tazia. Alakam. Bata. Natazaya. Awa. Alata. Alaka. To come. Verse 44. Last one. Wayadar Ka'ar. Shaka. Ata. Mawai. Daya. Yahweh. Allah. Kunya. Yahweh. Da. Shar Allah. And that's it. I don't need that. I don't need that, yeah. I got that shit right there. You're going to be 38 to 44.
you understand all that shit right
Yeah, I didn't look at the
there? Hey, look at the
No, I forgot the shit was there. I saw the screen.
Like,
Damn shit. No, I'm looking like, damn, I forget something there. Yeah, I didn't need it, but hey, my son correct. I forgot the shit was there though. So we're gonna go ahead and actually call it Kanaga Bar. Just read into the English. I know you're scared. Come on, guess what? Actually, you go out that way. You want to stand up and speak in registry. want to stand up and just read it. So you want to make sure you put your phone down real quick, in your pocket, whatever. And then you raise your hands up. You want to say, like, you come over here a little bit more. You want to say the Kanagabar, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashab. So your tribe and your nation. Kanagabar, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashab. You want to say it loud.
Kanagabar, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashab.
Now we'll say that same time. Kanagabar, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashab. All right. Now, usually, you know what I mean, you're supposed to have a drink of wine and stuff like that, but the time, so we're trying to wrap this up. Okay? So next week, I might just have you in that Sabbath, so you just got to come early enough. All right? If you come late, just come late. All right, everybody may be seated? It's fine, it's fine. I'm just going to, you know, just give it time a little bit. 38 to 44. You want to call out the entire chapter? You want to start at 38. So chapter 23, verse 38, right now, for you, because you read already. And the next one is probably, yeah.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 38. Beside the Sabbath of the Lord, and beside your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your free will offering, which ye give unto the Lord. 39. Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep and feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. Verse 40, and ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches and palm trees, and the boughs of date trees and willows of the brook. And ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. You said the 44. 41. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the years, and it shall be a statute forever in your generation. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in the booth 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in the booths. 43. That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in the booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Verse 44. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord.
Now, so in this day, of course, Moses told us and gave us instructions from the Most High what we had to do. We had to grab specific type of, branches from the trees in order to build our homes. Go ahead.
I'm still like the other one. When it say females dwell in the booth, is there like a tent?
It is a tent.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, damn right. I was trying to get to that point.
Come.
See what I'm saying? A tent is a booth, and a booth is a home. See what I'm saying? That you dwell in. You know what I mean? Back then, if you see the Native Americans today, they dwell in tents, whether they build it themselves or whether they go to the store, to Walmart, and go buy something.
Right.
Now, honestly, I saw in Minnesota the actual booths made of trees and made of some type of cloth. I don't know if it's from animal or not, but I know that it was professional and it was sturdy enough for the weather.
Right.
See what I'm saying? And that's what we did. We had to make our own home in the wilderness at this time. Now, also, there's going to be prophets after Moses that's going to speak about this. Get Nehemiah 8 and 14. I'll let him read one time. Yeah, I'll just let him read for a little bit. I'll let you get the next scripture after that one.
Okay.
Is the food good? Is the food done? If the food done, let the children start eating. Yep. Now we start making a place right now for the children, and then for everybody else. Huh? 8 and 14. If somebody could take pictures of the food before it's eaten, water, some good pictures.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 14. And they found written in the law which the Lord had commanded by Moses, that the children of Israel shall dwell in booths in the feast of the 7th month.
Say that one more time.
Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 14. And they found written in the law which the Lord had commanded by Moses, that the children of Israel shall dwell in the booths in the feast of the 7th month.
And right now we are in the 7th month, which is the Feast of Tabernacle.
That's right.
October, according to our calendar, according to us measuring the time of the moon. See what I'm saying? That's how we get our Passover, our Feast of Purim, the Feast of Dedication, which is Hanukkah, or Hanukkah in the English.
Right.
How we get the Feast of, it's like the memorial blowing of the trumpet. How we get all this, we calculate and measure out our time for our high holy days concerning the Most High.
Right.
And this is the 7th month. Does everybody know what the first month is according to the Bible?
So I don't want to. It's like I want to say in the middle between March and April. But
March or April, otherwise the season of spring.
Spring.
So it's not going to be January.
Right.
That's going to be of men, which is in America. Roman time. It's not going to be our time. It's concerning the Israelites. See what I'm saying? So Passover kicks off the first year. It's like the first month of the year. You know what I mean? In Hebrew, really, there ain't no word for month. Day is, day 1, day 2, month 1, month 2. See what I'm saying? So, yeah. All right, keep going on that.
Verse 15. And that they shall publish and proclaim in all their cities and in Jerusalem, saying, Go forth unto the mount, and fetch olive branches, and pine branches, and mithril branches, and palm branches, and branches of the thick trees, to make booths, as it is written.
That's how the word comes. It could be different time.
Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 15. And that they shall publish and proclaim in their cities in Jerusalem, saying, Go forth unto the mount, and fetch olive branches, and pine branches, and mistral branches, and palm branches, and branches of thick trees, to make booths, as it is written.
Keep going.
Verse 16. So the people went forth and brought them, and made themselves booths, everyone upon the roof of the house, and in their courts, and in the courts of the house of God, and in the streets of the water gate, and in the streets of the gate of Ephraim.
Now, you see what I'm saying? These are tribes. These tribes of people are building themselves homes. They are out here, you know what I'm saying, trying to get these branches, these special branches. And it's so funny because not every tree is going to be a strong tree. But certain branches are going to be able to do its job.
Right.
Like name a little bit of certain branches of man. I seen the middle of mito. I say mito. You got the mito branch.
The mito branch.
The palm branches. What else?
The mithril.
I wouldn't say mithril.
Pitch olive branches.
Say it again.
Pitch olive
branches, and pine and palm branches. That's what we use to build our own home. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we can go deeper into how we got our food. We go deeper into how we cooked our food, how we bathe and shower and survive in this land, in the wilderness. And what this talk about right here is how we build up our tents. Like, we have to remember what the Most High did for us. When we think about Egypt, we should think about how the Most High killed our enemies for our deliverance, to be free from our enemies. In the midst of it, we had high holy days. We had holy convocation. We had the Feast of Dedication. We definitely had the Feast of Unleavened Bread when we was not able to knead our dough. Does everybody know what kneading is, right? You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I think kneading is like to put leaven into the bread. To make it rise.
Right. See what I'm saying? But it's unleavened bread. So it's going to be a little plain, not much flavor, but it's going to do for now.
Right.
Because we didn't have a lot of time for what was going on when we were in the wilderness and trying to leave out of Egypt. See what I'm saying? And that's the whole purpose of it, man. Now, the Feast of Tabernacles is us having a feast remembering what the Most High gave us and what He told us to do concerning us living in the wilderness. You can't say that the Most High didn't take care of His children.
Right.
Although we were selfish and we was a bunch of bastards and we were so ungrateful, we still had a place to lay our head at. All right, and that's what's so important about this day. All right, keep going on that.
Verse 17. And all the congregation of them that were come again out of the captivity made booths, and set under the booths for the since the days of Joshua the son of Nun unto the day, had not the children of Israel done so, and there was very great gladness.
Now, pay attention to the part where he says, had not the children of Israel done so. Remember, Nehemiah was born years and years and years after Moses. See what I'm saying? And the reason why Nehemiah knows about this is because the 5 books of Moses was there. See what I'm saying?
Right.
The 5 books of Moses was there before anybody was there, really.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Moses is very, very ancient. Adam is very ancient at this time. Understand that each book that you see that's lined up to each other, it's the time frame is not chronological. It's definitely different time periods. Good.
Like so the 5 books of Moses, them basically some of the oldest books, you know what I'm saying?
It's very,
that's why they're very important, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. See what I'm saying? Now, if you look at Yahawashi, look at Nehemiah, Isaiah, you see that they or Ezekiel and Ezra, or Ezra. Ezra is in English, but Ezra is more like, Hebrew and Apocryphal. Right. So Ezra and Ezra is the same people. See what I'm saying? And they all recited Moses' sayings or his words. Same thing with King Solomon. Even King Solomon will recite Moses' words. That's how old this law is. That's how old this Bible is in our records. And that's why we have to remember this. In 2019, right now, we're celebrating the Feast of Tabernacle, where we're having a glorious time, and we are keeping the respect and glory and tradition of the Most High.
Right.
Somebody grab the scripture where it says, Paul says, keep the tradition.
Keep the tradition.
Yeah, keep the tradition, KJV. Paul said it. All right. I'll give y'all a second. Second one. There you go. Yeah, that's Paul. All right. Yeah, actually. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Second Thessalonians.
Come on.
2:15.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 15. Therefore, brethren, stand fast and hold the traditions which ye have been taught.
One more time.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 15. Therefore, brethren, stand fast and hold the traditions which ye have been taught, whether by word or our epistle.
Now, if somebody could break that down for me, whether it be Aaron, Sadar, Yala, Panakabar, go ahead.
Holy tradition, man, you know what I'm saying? Keep what we've been taught, the high holy days, like the Sabbath, you know what I'm saying? The days of Tabernacle, you know what I'm saying?
Say it again.
Keep the tradition, man, you know what I'm saying? Like keep the Sabbath, you know, the high holy days, you know what I'm saying? What we've been taught.
Exactly. How do we keep it accordingly to the Bible?
According to the Bible. in order, you know what I'm saying? Like keeping the law, statutes, and commandments in order.
There you go, keep the law, statutes, commandments. Because if it's not in the Bible, it's of Satan, right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
I was gonna piggyback off what he
Go
said.
ahead.
Because in the scripture they gave examples. You get the traditions from either traditions we got from our ancestors or the epistles. I mean, like the people above us.
Right. The rulers at this point. Right. Go ahead.
Look, like to pick out what the brother just said. You know what I'm saying? We either get it by word of mouth or through the letters that was wrote to us to teach us how to keep the traditions in the high holy days.
Right.
That's how we do it.
You know what? And the letters that was written, those letters are in there right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything that Paul had told the 7 churches or the 7 candlesticks. Now, I'm going to talk more about the 7 candlesticks when it hits about like December. December is going to be the feast of Hanukkah, and these are going to be lit for 7 to 8 days. You know what I'm saying? And these are the 7 candlesticks, which is the menorah. The menorah represents the 7 schools that Paul was over, and he was given the authority by YAHANNA, of course. All right? Well, you got a precept or something?
No, I'm just going back to when we started.
No sweat.
You say Moses, you say who wrote the 7 candlesticks?
So the metaphor of the 7 candlesticks represents the 7 schools.
7 schools
that Paul had authority over.
Paul had authority over them.
Right. So I mean, imagine being over 1 school. You're over Minnesota.
You're over 7.
You're over 7 schools.
You vicious, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
It's a lot to keep up with, yeah.
Damn right. See what I'm saying? He wrote letters. He knew what was going on in each school.
Like YAHANNA, he already knew, man.
Right. YAHANNA put him authority over all of that. See what I'm saying? Now, remember, he was, this is a man that was in the world one time.
Right.
And he was the one that was causing people to die. See what I'm saying? But then he changed his life around and he came into the truth. And his service was well needed. And his service was wonderful. And look how famous he is now.
Right.
But of course, there are Christians that believe that Paul was all about sinning and not keeping the law. That's why we are here.
Right.
To, cut those lies, to destroy and put it to rest. Because Paul, see what I'm saying? Paul was, when you read about him, he's sarcastic. See what I'm saying? He's sarcastic in one topic. He's very serious in another. And he's definitely going to give you the truth. But a lot of times, a lot of people get confused about what he's teaching. Anytime that you read Paul, you want to think of the opposite of what the Christianity in your mind is thinking. You're thinking like, okay, he's saying the sin. You want to think the opposite. He's saying the opposite. Go ahead.
If I was to try to describe Paul, he'd be a fucking rapper today, because if you're not hip on what he's saying, that you will be confused on everything. It's like a black person. Okay, we know how black people talk, and then a white person trying to they wouldn't understand what Paul is talking about. Because Paul he hitting you with all type of metaphors. You know what I'm saying?
Figurative language.
All of that. So you wouldn't be able to understand what Paul is talking about because you're not hip on his lingo.
Right, exactly. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Lingo, another word for saying language. You know what I'm saying? You ain't hip to it. You know what I mean? And a lot of Christians don't understand what he says. Like a lot of Christians think that he said that you can eat whatever the hell you want to eat. Whether it's pork, shrimp, or lobster, you can eat it if you want to. That's not the case. Go ahead.
He talking that slang, how we talk, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker don't pick up what he's saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, Charlie, you know what I'm saying? You already gonna know what I'm talking about. Man, Charlie, what you call them doing this and that, you know what I'm saying? You gonna know exactly what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like we do today.
Yep, go ahead.
Salakia, and like the brother was just saying, like, when you tell people, oh, you can't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster and pork, they try to use Paul's scripture and say how can you call unclean what God has made clean?
It's a scripture about, it's not what you something about what you put in your bodies will come out your body.
Right. They try to, but they don't understand
what that means. So
exactly.
So I'll paraphrase, of course. What exactly does that mean? What?
He was talking about a man, not about food.
Meaning what? Elaborate. Ediaja.
I believe the man that was coming to see him,
Yeah.
Paul would have turned away. God didn't get his attention.
Say it again.
The man that came, that was coming to upon him getting to the land that he had to go to, probably would have turned him away. You know, probably would have killed him if God didn't, you know what I'm saying, get a hold of him first, let him know what was going on.
Yeah, come. And also, it's a little bit more to that too. But you're right. Go ahead.
No, so Lakia, but when you say that they don't know what, like God never said pork was clean. God never said that. You know what I'm saying? Shrimp and crab was clean. So when they use that, they try to make it seem like it's a New Testament. God, Jesus died for all your sins type of shit. When really Jesus never went against the Old Testament. So they don't really know what they're talking about. It's all Christianity.
So I'm really talking about the, you know, what defiles a man. Is it what you say or what you take in?
All of the above.
What you say.
I was gonna say what you say. What you take in and what you do.
Right, but in this case, it wasn't about. In this case, I believe it was about food. See what I'm saying? It's about the unlawful food. Now Christians will try to double back and tell you that it's what you say, it's not what you do. It's not what you take in as far as food. And there's another one about it's called it's the scripture that talks about Thanksgiving. Now, not the actual holiday Thanksgiving, but does anybody know the actual meaning of Thanksgiving? Talking about the definition of the word, not the holiday, but the word. No one knows? Okay. You are giving Thanksgiving. So think about the holiday. You're giving Thanksgiving. What does that mean? Everybody sitting at the table. You all have food. Go ahead.
You thanking the Most High for what you have?
Exactly. See what I'm saying? Thanksgiving. You having a Thanksgiving. You've been giving food, but you're giving thanks to the Most High for it. But really, in this sense, this is more about, how can I say it, like, I ain't trying to lose y'all. I'm trying to keep y'all on point. Okay, let me see. Okay. A lot of Christians use Paul's scriptures to say that you can eat unlawful food. There are about 3 or more scriptures that they use. You know what I'm saying? One about, it's not about what you say, what you do, it's about what you put in your mouth and all that other stuff, right? See what I'm saying? That's false. If you're eating unclean food, you're unclean. And they say that if you just pray over the food and give, oh yeah, there you go. Right. And you give Thanksgiving, the food is clean. If you pray over the unclean food, it's good.
Right.
Then they use a scripture about when was it Peter that had the vision for the Most High? By the Most High,
where he said, "I never ate nothing unclean."
Exactly, and that's common to men. Meaning like men in the world, they do that. That's common to them. For me, that's uncommon.
Right.
And there's a plate of food coming down, and it was a whole bunch of unclean food. He's like, I'm not going to do it. But also, that's what you're talking about another man as well. That's a whole other side of the slot. It gets deeper than that. I'm telling you. Go ahead.
To piggyback on what you're saying, baby, what they be on, they be trying, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Make a motherfucker feel good, you know what I'm saying? That's why in Christian church, they going to tell you what make you feel good, you know what I'm saying? To piggyback on what you're saying, that's why they be saying shit like, oh, it's okay to eat the, you know what I'm saying? A little bacon, you know what I'm saying? They trying to make us feel good instead of the truth, you know what I'm saying?
They'll tell you sometimes it's good.
Yeah.
It's not good at all. You know
it ain't good, period.
Right. It's not good at all. And you know, in a sense, it's not good to do any sin, you know what I mean, at all. But if you do, I pray that you repent and you really change from your old ways. Because the Most High sees everything. And he doesn't miss a beat. He doesn't skip anything. He looks at every goddamn thing. Understand that he has watchmen. His watchmen are angels. His watchmen are us. And the word angel means messenger. And even men of flesh are angels as well. Just a different type of angel.
Right.
See what I'm saying? That's also in the Bible as well. But let's keep going. Go back to actually go to John 7:15. John 7:15. All right.
It's a lot. Hey, it's late too. It's almost 9.
That's right. Come.
John 7:15.
7:15. Yeah, John. Hey, y'all took pictures and everything? Come this way.
The book of John, chapter 7, verse 15. And the Jews marveled, saying, how knoweth this man letters?
Actually, I want you to go up 5 verses.
Verse 10.
Come.
John chapter 7, verse 10. When his brethren were grown up, then went he also up into the feast, not opening, but as it was a secret.
Right. So meaning he came later, but he was in the sky pretty much. See what I'm saying? Like no one knows that you're coming to the party, but you kind of sneak in and make your way.
God,
all right.
Like slock it.
Go ahead.
Like an underage teenager trying to get
at a 17-year-old at a 21 plus party.
Comic-Con.
Fake ID and shit.
Fake ID, right.
Comic-Con. Verse 11. Then the Jews saw him at the feast and said, Here is he. Verse 12.
Where is he?
Where is he? Verse 12. And there was much murmuring going amongst the people concerning him. For he said, for some said, he is a good man. Others said, yea, but he deceiveth the people.
So what does that mean so far? Break it down, what?
It's like y'all are one. It seemed like, okay, some love Yahawashi and some don't. Some feel like he's telling the truth and some feel like he's deceiving the people. That's what it sounds like to me. Verse 13. Howbeit, no man spake openly of him for fear of the Jews.
Now, let me ask you a question. You probably already read it before, huh?
I'm not gonna say I have.
Yeah. No, slide. Okay. I was gonna say why I asked that because it actually goes into red later on. So you already know what it's about, huh?
It's about what Jesus said.
Come, go ahead. That's right.
Verse 14. Now about the midst of the feast, Jesus went up unto the temple and taught.
You say
Yahawashi. Yahawashi went up into the temple and taught, and the Jews marveled, saying, how knoweth this man letters, having never learned?
What does that mean so far?
It seemed like it's a young man teaching the older group of people the truth, and they like at all because how they don't understand how this young man coming to them teaching them the truth.
That's what. Anybody want to add?
I give it a try. That's why they marveled by it. They was like surprised. They was kind of praising them. That's why they say they marveled. You know what I'm saying? Knowing this man letters, they don't know. They ain't never learned. You know what I'm saying? That's why they marvel like, damn. Cause he's so cold. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 16. Jesus answered then and said, Yahawashi answered then and said, my doctrine is not mine, but he that sent me.
No, his.
But his that sent me.
Let's talk about the Most High.
Come on, sir.
Now, I want him to read you. All right?
Verse 17.
Verse 17. If any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether it be good, whether it be of God, or whether I speak of myself.
So what does that mean? Can you break that down?
What he's basically saying is either you're gonna believe I'm leading on my own understanding, or you're gonna believe what I'm saying is of the Lord.
In a sense, When you trash little man, trash is gonna be over there, the kitchen. In a sense, okay.
So, let me give one more try.
Come.
Like it sounds like the Christian church type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some people leave the Christian church and then when the truth is being exposed to them, they were like, that's not you. And Yahweh Shai is telling them like, if you gonna believe me or you gonna believe a Christian church type of situation. Like,
Go ahead. The brother,
like when I'm telling you is of God, or you gonna believe me or you gonna believe a Christian church type of situation.
Okay, it's a little bit of that. I would agree with the part where it's more like if you believe what I say, you understand. But he's not saying really the opposite. So go ahead.
if you don't do God's will, that means you got to know the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? You got to know the right way. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's saying he shall know of the doctrine. You know, so you should know the right way, whether the law, mean the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Whether it be of God or whether I speak of myself, whether that means
You telling the truth or not.
like the brother was saying.
So you want to add on to that a little bit? So whether he speak of himself, he's still speaking of the Most High.
Right.
If he's speaking of the Most High, he's not saying something different than what he's saying out of his own mouth. So say for example.
So hold on. What he's saying, like Sadat was.
Go ahead.
Say it again. What you say, Sadat?
No, I was saying whether he's speaking from his own will or he's speaking from the truth of the Lord. Like the Christian church, they say that, I say this and I say that, but then you know how that's not it, either the truth or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You speaking the truth or you
No, you're not. One way or another.
Right.
Ain't no in between. Shalom,
Right.
what's up?
Huh? So read that one more time. I'll get to the bottom. But I mean, I'm not saying you guys have bad answers, but let's get to it. Go ahead. Sorry, slug there. Verse 16.
Verse 16, and Jesus answered them and said, my doctrine. Yahweh answered them and said, my doctrine is not mine, but it's his that sent me. 17, if any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether it be God or whether I speak of myself.
See what I'm saying? So you will know the doctrine if you follow what Yahweh is saying. If you follow what Yahweh is saying, understand that it is of the Most High. See what I'm saying? So for example, if you hear one person telling you that you should follow this, and you hear the second person tell you that you should follow that, and they both talk about the same thing, it's the same thing.
Right.
You will know the doctrine. Go ahead.
Yahweh shall be saying, that's why Yahweh shall always saying, don't follow me, follow it's of the Lord. That's why he's saying stuff like that. That's why he's saying, you know what I'm saying?
He said this doctrine, he said my doctrine is not mine.
It's of the Lord.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I said my doctrine is because everybody think that it's his doctrine.
Yahweh shall always say that to you. Yahweh always give it. When people try to worship Yahweh shall always say, no, it's coming from the Lord, man. You always do that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I mean, Yahweh is our Lord, but it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is our power.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying God, we say power.
He'll never take the credit. So I like that. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. And that's how it must always be.
Yeah.
All right? Keep going on that. Good.
Verse 18, and he that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory.
One more time.
He that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory. But he that seeketh his glory that sent him, the same is true, and no unrighteousness is in him.
What is that talking about? Verse 18. Go ahead up.
Don't lean on your own understanding. You know what I'm saying? Don't speak your own glory.
Actually, it was in the class earlier. So if you read Proverbs, the 27th chapter, it talks about don't boast about yourself.
Right.
So that's exactly what he's saying. Go ahead.
Basically, let another man give you the glory before you give your own man yourself. It's like a lot of niggas like to say, I'm this, I'm that. Let the next man give you that prop for that. You know what I'm saying? well, this brother is really, you know what I'm saying, this and that, who will give you that glory, basically.
I swear. Now read verse 18 one more time before you do. Go ahead.
To think back on what he was saying, you know what I'm saying? Like just say we walking passing out flyers. Another motherfucker see you like, you be sharp, man. I like this brother. He be doing good things, man. Let another motherfucker give you man, credit. That's basically what in a nutshell. You know, man.
Like they be doing you.
Like when they saw me that time, yeah.
So like they do you all the time, brother.
Read it one more time. What?
He that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory.
Now he that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory. Meaning they want the attention. See what I'm saying? Like Aaron, Shalak. See what I'm saying? So read it one more time.
He that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory. But he that seeketh his glory that sent him, the same is true. And no unrighteousness is in him.
What does that mean? And understand that this is Christ that's speaking. Go ahead.
It's like it, sir. What it sounds like to me is like it's easier to talk to yourself, but when the next brother talks about good to you, you know what I'm saying, and they tell you, oh brother, you've been doing a good thing, you've been doing this and you've been doing that, you're not giving yourself the glory. The next brother telling you you're doing great works. Right. You know what I'm saying? So the glory is, you know what I'm saying, to the Most High for allowing the next brother to give you that glory that most carnal men would give to themselves.
Okay. All right. That's good. You want to say something about?
Sure. I think it's just talking about giving the glory to the Most High.
God, so when it says right here, but he that seeketh his glory that sent him, the same is true. The Most High sent Yahushua, and Yahushua's glory is the same as the Most High's glory, meaning the will. So, and no unrighteousness is in him. See what I'm saying? That's what it's talking about. So Yahushua is on the same mission as the Most High is on. So he's like, look, how you glorify me, I'm going to glorify you the same way, sir. You know what I'm saying? Out of wine. You know what I mean? That's what that's talking about. So keep going on that.
Verse 19.
And this is how you know this is a precept, because it's going to mention a famous man by the name of Moses. Go ahead.
Did not Moses give you the law, and yet none of you keep it, the law? Why go ye about to kill me?
What is that talking about? Go ahead.
It talks about
Say it again, go ahead.
Salaki is it sounds like rebellious children. You know what I'm saying? When you tell them the truth, they ready to kill you behind it because you telling them what's right and wrong. You know what I mean? Like Moses gave you a law. I'm keeping the law, but y'all ready to kill me behind the law. That's what it sounds like to me. Like, okay, you mad at me because I'm telling you the truth? That's what it sounds like to me.
Now, let me ask you, who's trying to kill him?
His own people.
Which I need a title.
Israel.
Okay, Israel.
Slovakia. Black on black, Hispanic on Hispanic type of crime. Black on Slovakia, like what my brother said. Black on black crime.
Okay, what did we talk about earlier in Sabbath service? I did mention Christ before.
How the same.
And who was Christ's enemies?
The Sadducees and Pharisees.
Here you go, give him a hand. Sadducees and Pharisees.
Like the Sadducees and Pharisees, they was on the mission to try to prove Yahushua wrong, basically. They wasn't on the mission to prove he was the king. They was on the mission to prove that he was wrong. It's like what we call today 12. You know what I'm saying? It's like what we call today 12. Like 12 is on the police side, basically. 911 is 11, but the extra number is you. You the motherfucking police. You on the mission of the police side to try to prove the next man to be a crook or whatever a criminal or a gang banger or whatever the fuck your mission is. you on the mission of the white man, the devil, who the Bible speaks about, but you're going against your brother, basically.
Right.
That's the mission. You're going against your brother.
So long story short, see what I'm saying? The Feast of Tabernacles definitely is about when we came out of the wilderness and the Most High told us what we needed to do in the wilderness in order to survive.
Right.
We found a home. You know what I mean? Like, I guess in a sense, when we left out of Egypt, we were considered to be vagabonds.
Right.
Everybody know what a vagabond is, right?
Right.
The vagabond really originally it is our oppressor.
Right.
See what I'm saying? That is in Genesis, by the way. Go ahead.
A vagabond is a homeless person, basically. You have no home. You have no place that you belong.
So, us being a vagabond at this time, we found a home. And with the Feast of Tabernacles, the Most High set up a holiday, so like a high holy day or a tradition for us to follow every single year in the 7th month, to where that we have a place to house ourselves, to protect ourselves, a sense of a sanctuary.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that was our huts that we made out of nothing, and we made it into something.
Right.
We took trees, branches off the trees to make a home for ourselves.
Right.
And you can't tell me that that's not the spirit of Black people today.
Right.
Black people make anything out of nothing to make their living as well as they can.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? They try to survive as much as possible. Go ahead.
Like to piggyback up to what you just saying, Black motherfuckers, we are getting banned in buildings and making it happen. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like you said, Detroit.
Yeah.
Philly, North Philly.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Shalakia.
North Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like, I'm from the slums. I never had nothing. I grew up off fucking tomato soup and canned goods.
Damn right.
Surf sandwiches.
Damn right.
Sugar water. Like, why, nigga? He knows. Like, this man knows. Like, I grew up on nothing. And for me, like, my brothers, all y'all, bro, like, to survive on that was nothing. The average person wouldn't be able to deal with what we went through. They've been jumped off the goddamn 100th floor of the Trump mansion.
Right.
Because they feel it like we went through a different type of struggle than everybody else. And that's why we able to survive the shit, the things that we went through. You know what I'm saying? Like we able to understand like that's why this Bible resonates so much to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we are the slaves. We are the children of the slaves, and we survive the things that the Bible talks about. You know what I'm saying? So.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
You want to say something?
Yeah. To piggyback on what bro was saying, you know what I'm saying? Like white motherfuckers, they'll lose their job, right? They could lose their job. Now them used to having every motherfucker, they gonna kill every motherfucker.
Right.
And then blow their own brains out. They can't. They don't know how to survive. They don't got no survival skills like us. You know what I'm saying?
What he's talking about is called family annihilators.
Yeah.
Family annihilators is, a family. It's usually the men. It can be the women sometimes.
Right.
They murder their family, meaning their immediate family.
Right.
I'm talking about the children, the wife, and then most likely themselves, because they lost their job, they're sexually frustrated, or they're under a lot of stress. And that's very common in the Black communities. And I did speak about a basketball player who actually, his wife was white and he's Black. He's a basketball player or some type of entertainer.
Right.
And his wife sent him a text message saying, "I can't do it no more." And she killed the children that were Black, and she killed herself. Meanwhile, he's in a different state, celebrating in a club with other entertainers. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, they lose their mind, man. But Black and Hispanic people, no matter what condition we are in, we always find a way, don't we?
Always.
Like we don't give up. The ones that give up is the ones that kill themselves.
Right.
With the alcoholism, the drugs, you know what I'm saying? With the pistol, they find a way to end their suffering through a weak way. For us, we strive and we keep going. We make ends meet. See what I'm saying? And so that's it, man. With that being said, man, that's the feast of on the feast. It's Feast of Tabernacle, right? And I appreciate everybody else that was reading things of that sort, man. Let's go ahead and eat, man.
Damn right.
Anytime.